Good morning, everybody. It's Lindy. So we're doing another haul video. I don't have a lot to show you this week, unfortunately. I wish I had more, but I went to 3 different thrift shops and all I got was 3 bags. That was it. It was not very good quantity wise, but I did find a couple of big ticket items. And I know anybody that's been watching me for any length of time, you know that I don't get big ticket items awesome. Usually big ticket for me is like $4 into 40. That's like a big ticket item for me, or a $4 item into 20 bucks. That's when I get excited. But I got a couple items that are going to be even bigger than that. So I am gonna have to tease you a little bit though. I'm gonna have to save it. I'm going to start with all of like the regular run-of-the-mill stuff that I found, and then I'll show you all the good stuff. So we're gonna get started. First thing I got was this shirt, but it's not for sale. It's all mine. This is my shirt. I saw this shirt. I usually don't spend a lot of time at the t-shirts because the t-shirt racks are usually really full and it takes forever to go through them, but I took a minute and I looked at t-shirts and I got this one for me. Part of the reason why I didn't find a lot of stuff at my thrifts this week was because the racks are starting to become really sparse. And I'm wondering if it's because it's getting colder and people are shopping more, or if the donations aren't as fruitful as they once were. I honestly don't know why, but the racks are pretty sparse. And then hard goods are kind of difficult at the thrifts that I usually go to. A lot of the times the racks are full of just stuff that's not really worth a whole lot in my opinion, and things that might be worth $5 or $10, they are asking $5 or $10 non-negotiable on them. So hard goods I really don't pay attention to at my thrifts just because I can't seem to make any money off of them. So unfortunately clothing is pretty sparse, so that's why I didn't get as much, but I did get some things. So I'm going to start with the 2 Goodwills that I went to. The 2 Goodwills are primarily where all of this came from. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start with is something I'm gonna have to do a completely separate video about, I think. I paid more for these jeans than I usually would have, but there's a reason for it. That's why I'm gonna have to get into it on a whole nother video. So the 50% off color tag of the week was orange, and this is red. And it's red because I paid a whopping $8.99 for them. I paid $8.99 for these, but the reason why I paid $8.99 was because, one, they are men's American Eagle. Whoop, is it gonna focus? They're men's American Eagle, and they are new with the tags. And they're in really nice shape, of course, because they're new with tags. They better be in nice shape. And they are straight leg, which men's straight are really popular right now. And they're a size 32, 34. So the size was really nice as well. So because they're new with tags, they are an updated, they're the vintage collection, which everybody's into, the vintage retro collection kind of stuff, just because of the distressing, they look older. So I went ahead and I paid $9 for them. But the reason why I want to do a whole video about it, and I'll just give you like a little teaser into that right now, is because sometimes you need to look at the investment as a whole and not per piece. So based on what I paid for everything as a whole, if I average the price out across the board, I didn't really spend $9 on these. I paid more like $3.50 for these. So when you start thinking that way as opposed to per piece, it doesn't hurt as much. And I know that I'm even if I was thinking only $9, or even if I was thinking, oh my god, I paid $9 for these, I know because they're new with tags, I'm gonna more than double my money. So you gotta have the right mindset. Man, this smells must be a bag of full price stuff. It is. Oh yeah, so I told you that orange was the 50% off color, and I actually paid full price for everything in this bag. So these were blue tags, which meant that they were a full $3.99, which still isn't bad. I mean, I can't, after hearing everybody paying $7.99, $10 for their jeans, I can't complain too much about $4. So, but I went ahead and paid a full $4 for these because they are Torrid and they're a size 22. So, and not only that, but hey, let's say, ooh, they're the boyfriend cut. Boyfriend, Torrid, size 22. I paid $4 for these gladly because these are going to be at least $20 plus shipping. And I think I got a second pair of Torrid. Yes, I did. But these are Torrid. I also paid $4 for these. They're still a size 22, but these are ex-boyfriend. What? Not sure what ex-boyfriend is versus boyfriend. I might have to like hang them up side by side or look at them side by side. At first glance, I really don't notice a big difference. The only difference that I notice is with the boyfriend, they are a frayed hem, which coincidentally, the last live stream that I did with Pittsburgh Mike, where we were talking about like the differences in jean cuts, the funny thing is, I actually said in that video, I've never seen factory distressed hem. Hey look, there's factory distressed hems. There's me pulling my foot out of my mouth. But this is pretty, to me this is obvious. To me this is obvious. What I was more referring to in that video was when the hems have like the long strings and they're not perfectly frayed. Plus on these, if you look, you can also tell that these are factory distressed because if you look at the hem, you can see stitching. So there's stitching above the hem, and the reason why they do that is so that the fray is controlled. So that's how you can tell that it's factory frayed. That's how you can tell that this wasn't just the owner of the jeans cutting across the bottom to make them frayed. That's how you know that they're factory distressed. So yes, jean companies do distress the hems, they do fray them, but that is how you tell. Trying to think back to that video and what prompted me to say that I don't ever see factory distressed hem. To me, this isn't distressing, this is fray. Wow, I've been talking about these jeans for a really long time. Moving on. Anyway, that's the only difference between the boyfriend and the ex-boyfriend that I can see. The ex-boyfriend doesn't have a frayed hem. God, I've been talking a lot. Okay, so the next the next pair that I paid full price for are these men's Lucky brand jeans. These are the vintage straight, and they are they're size 36, 32. Perhaps I should look on the waistband and not on the tag. Durr. So I went ahead and paid $4 for them because everybody knows, well, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'd know that I have a love-hate relationship with Lucky brand jeans. Like, I hate selling them because they sit for so long, but I can't help but buy them. I don't know why I do this to myself. But the reason why I bought men's Lucky is because my love-hate relationship only goes as far as women's. Women's Lucky brand jeans are the one that I have a problem with. Men's, not so much. Men Lucky brand jeans tend to sell really well. I could probably get $20 for those. So my love-hate relationship does not extend to men's. And I did pay a full $4 for these because they are men's Levi's 501s and they're a size 40, 32. They're in really, really nice shape. They're not all beat to hell. Sometimes the older 501s, you can find them and they're really beat to hell. And these are not. And they've got that epic button fly. So I was very happy to pay $4 for these because I figured I could get at least 20 on those, if not more, because the size is so awesome. Okay, so that was one bag. Let's go to another. Okay, so now we're getting into all of the 50% off ones. These were the orange tags. Orange was 50% off, so I paid $2 per pair here. These are just Old Navy, but they're a size 12 long. Again, I've told you guys I don't like to buy a lot of Old Navy, but I will when I'm only paying $2 and it's a long or a short inseam. Those are when I will buy American Idol. Did I just about say American Idol? I haven't watched that show in forever. Why did I just say American Idol? Promise there's only water in here. Maybe I looked down and I saw American Eagle. I don't... Vanilla Star, a brand that I usually won't be like, ooh, Vanilla Star. But these were a really cool skinny jean and I really liked the wash. They're a nice acid wash and they're skinny and they have a really neat elastic ankle hem. So I figured that these were really trending with the style right now. So I went ahead and picked those up. Otherwise, I usually don't pick up Vanilla Star unless they are like a really cool wash. These, I was so excited that they were only $2. And the reason why I ended up getting them for $2, I believe, is because they were men's jeans and someone hid them in the women's section. Does anybody else notice that people will do that? They'll hide jeans, like smaller sizes, they'll hide in the big sizes if they want to wait for the 50% off, or big sizes they'll hide in the little sizes until it's 50% off. Well, I noticed these were in the women's. I have no idea why, but they are men's Levi's. They are 559s and they are size 48-32. And they are like perfection. They're perfection. There's nothing wrong with these jeans. They're in perfect shape. They look brand spanking new and they're a nice dark indigo wash. There is nothing on the bottom hems. These look like new. They're like new and I paid $2. And they are a really nice big size. They're nice classic Levi's. I was super happy, so happy. Okay, so Express jeans. These are a nice skinny sandblasted wash, paid only $2, and they are a size 4, which I probably wouldn't typically buy a size 4, but these are, come on now, come on, ultra skinny. Can you see? It's really, really faded, but these are ultra skinny, and ultra skinny does well in the smaller sizes. Here are those American Eagles that made me say American Eagle. Oh my God. These are the hipster, and they are size 8 long, which is always nice to get the special inseams. And we've got some LL Bean Favorite Fit Curvy, and these are a size 12, and these are definitely curvy. They've got like the waist, and then look how curvy that goes at the hips. I like that. Those are probably gonna sell really well. These are, I always forget how to say this, Delia, I think it's Delia's. I remember being a teenager and getting those catalogs. The Delia's Morgan jean. Pick those up for $2. These are Gap size 10 long. And they are the long and lean boot cuts. Paid $2 for all of these. We've got some Levi's 515 boot cut size 14. It's a really nice dark wash Levi's. Really like those. These are the Levi's 529 curvy boot cut. Really nice, gorgeous dark indigo wash. These are like really pretty. And then we've got some Venezia size 18. This I usually only, and these are a tapered leg, these I only like to buy, there's two different kinds of Venezia jeans that you'll find. You'll find the older ones that are sized kind of like Chico's, where the Venezia will have like a size 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are kind of like Chico sizing, where a size 1 is like a size 12 or a 14. I only like to buy Venezia when it says a size 18, 20, 22, just because a lot of people that look for Venezia, this is all my opinion, a lot of people that look for the Venezia jeans, they don't go off of the old sizing, they go off of the new sizing. So if I see Venezia with like a 1, 2, or 3, I try to stay away from it just because they tend to sit, because people don't search sizes that way anymore. On to bag 3. Have a couple pairs that I did pay full price for. They're yellow tags, so I did pay a full $4 for them. Got these older BKE denim. They are a 20, what were they, 27? They're 27 by 35 inch inseam, so they're a really tall inseam. That's one of the reasons why I picked them up. And I am so sorry. I always forget to say how much I'm projecting to sell something for. If I'm not mentioning a price, like some of those I said, oh, I can get $20 for those. If I'm not saying a price, it's because I usually shoot for bread and butter, which is $10 plus shipping. So if I'm not saying a price, it's because I expect to get $10 plus shipping on average for them. Those BKEs though will probably be more like 12 or 14 just because they're a little bit older. And these American Eagle, oh, they're my favorite boyfriend. Love American Eagle favorite boyfriend. And they're a size 6 long, which is a nice, good inseam. One of the reasons why I love longer inseams on the boyfriend jeans is because boyfriend jeans are typically a shorter inseam. So if a regular pair of jeans is a 32-inch inseam, then boyfriends are like 29 inches. So some people don't like that. When you've got a long inseam though, it's like a traditional 30, 31, 32-inch inseam on the boyfriend cut. So I really like finding the long inseams for that reason in boyfriends. Okay, and here we are back to $2 jeans. The Maurice's Molly Flare, and they're a size 9-10 short. Love the dark wash with the sandblasting on them. Those are really nice. Love, love, love dark wash sandblasted Maurice's jeans. They do so well. I was really surprised that it lasted to a $2 day. These are Vera Wang. Something I noticed about Vera Wang, which I have been actually selling a lot of lately, the Simply Vera Wang. One of the things I noticed is the waistband is almost always worn off. See, you don't have any idea that this is Vera Wang. The only way that you would know is, see, and this one doesn't even have it. You would know because it will say Vera Wang on the pockets, but the biggest way to tell is that front button, because it will actually say Simply Vera or Vera Wang, or there will be like a big fancy V. Hopefully I can zoom. Let's see if you can see the button. You'll see the signature V with like the little squigglies, and it will say Vera Wang or Simply Vera or something like that on the button. But with Vera Wang, man, it gets rubbed off that waistband so easy. If I could find a pair of Vera Wang jeans that still have it on the waistband, that's surprising. But pick these up, they're size 12, and they are a boot cut. Picked up these. Vigos has not been doing very well for me, especially in the smaller sizes. However, these are skinny and they're really distressed, so I went ahead and paid $2 for them. I think these were full price. These are Cremu. Did I even say that right? I don't know. Cremu men's, size 35-34. These are straight and they are really cool acid wash. These are really neat. Probably get 25 on those, plus shipping, of course. And then I was really reaching here. Rockin' Republic. Whoop. Rockin' Republic. These are the Recession collection. Size 28. And they're just a standard boot cut. Nothing fancy. I don't like to buy Rockin' Republic a whole lot just because they really sit. And can't really get a lot for them. I'll probably get 10 bucks out of them. But it was slim pickings this week. Which is why, oh look, another Old Navy. Old Navy Diva. These are size 12 short though. Again, with those inseams, that's when I buy them. And then I got another pair. Actually, I got 2 more pairs of the vintage Angels back pocketless pants. No pockets, no pockets. The pocketless jeans, the Angels, are going for a pretty decent amount of money right now. Price is usually 40 plus shipping, 50 plus shipping, depending on the size. I still have the ones that I listed a few weeks ago. They're still listed. They have not sold yet. So they are long tail. But they are going for a pretty good amount if you are willing to wait. Then we've got some men's Old Navy 32 by 32. Men's Old Navy does do fairly well. Don't overlook it just because it's Old Navy. And that's all the jeans I got this week. That's all the jeans at Goodwill. I did pick this up. I honestly can't decide if I'm going to sell it or if I'm going to keep it, because I really like it. I really like it, so I paid a full $3.49. It's not a 50, whoop, it is full price. But I saw this, and it's a size extra large. Christmas is coming. I love this sweatshirt. Beast mode. I might have to keep it. I don't know. Beast mode. I love it. Let's talk about the first big score that I got. So, I was just kind of wandering the aisles at Goodwill, and I was in the sweats section, and I saw this. And at first I thought that it was just like a camo, like a camo sweatshirt. But then I started noticing like these other weird textured parts. And so I was like, what is this? And so I pulled it out, and it is a Hammerhead Spearguns wetsuit. And it's a size extra large. And I looked it up, and the only one that is for sale right now is $160. $160, and it's a size large. There's no used ones, and there is none that are a size extra large up. But these run anywhere from $100 to $200. And so I'm really excited because it is in really great shape. There's no rips, there's no holes. The zipper is fully functional. It's in really great shape. And I paid only $3.49 because they priced it just like the sweatshirts, $3.49. And so I'm thinking that I should be able to sell this sucker for $100 plus shipping. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't even want to tell you how long I contemplated why I found a wetsuit in the middle of Kansas. Wetsuit in the middle of Kansas. We have no ocean. We barely have lakes. But I'll sell a wetsuit. Never sold one before, never found one before. I honestly don't even think I've seen one in real life. But for $100, I will sell that sucker. So that was $3.49 into $100 plus. Probably my best score of the year. So then let's talk about the thrift store. The third thrift store that I completely bombed at. Like, my cart was empty. It was empty. And you're probably gonna already know about this if you follow me on Instagram, but I'm gonna have to go over it again because when you learn something new, you get excited about it. My cart was bare. I was finding nothing at this other thrift store. I was so disappointed. But I am so stubborn. I refused to make a trip into a store without finding anything. So I was gonna keep looking until I found something. So I went to the shoes. And I found these. So I was about to be satisfied with these and just leave. These are sloggers, and they are new with the tags, and they were priced at $3.99. And I looked them up, and these are like garden clogs, and they're like what are they? Like galoshes or rain shoes or whatever, so you can work in the mud and stuff and just hose them off, and they're pretty. And I looked them up on eBay, and they were like 20 bucks plus shipping. So I was like, okay, I'm cool with these. I'll turn $4 into 20. These will be easy to flip. And then as I'm walking away, I notice these. And any shoes that look really funky catch my eye. And the first thing that I always check is the size. Because if it's a European size, it's worth looking up. And I've never heard of, is it Note? I don't even know. N-A-O-T. And they're a size 40. So I noticed that they were a European size. And so that's how somebody who knows nothing about shoes gauges on whether or not a pair of shoes is worthy of being looked up. If they catch my eye, and if it's a European size, that is when I look them up. And so I looked them up, and coincidentally, these bad boys, these exact shoes, are selling for between $35 and $60. The ones that went for $35 were used, and they were pretty beat up. But ones that were new were going for 60 plus. And I took to the good old interweb, and I posted a picture on, and they're in really good shape on the bottom too. I posted a picture on Instagram, and apparently these shoes are a big deal. I had never heard of them. But people had like selling them in like 2 and 3 days for, you know, $30, $40, $50. Put them on auction, they'll get run up kind of thing. So I was really excited. So I'm thinking that I could probably get 50 for these. So I looked it up, and it looks like people are selling these particular ones right now in this size for $30 plus shipping. So I went ahead and picked them up. I might put them up for auction and see what happens. I'm not sure, but I paid only $3.99. So this while it might not be my best of the year, that's pretty darn good for someone who knows nothing about shoes. I know nothing about shoes. Anyways, that is my entire haul. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something from me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and let me know. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye.